Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you some practical rook end games in the which the main part most players are struggling. So I'm going to show you some end game positions, rook end games, which covers the basic and rook end game positions, the Lucina and the Philidor. And I'm going to show you how to win or draw these end games and from how to prevent those draws from an otherwise winning position. So let's get started. This is called a Lucina position. The main, how could you reach the Lucina position and from this position? The main idea is to cut off the black king right from the start. So rook e7 and white might start to give checks. So in this position, I recommend you to go up by playing king g3 because going down doesn't make sense because after king g4 you can just give check and after some point like this you can do anything and your opponent will go back and he can play rook f1 and grab your pawn. So going up is the best option. So after rook h8 check, we can play king c3. And after rook g8 check, we can play king to f2. And after the rook attacks, you can push that pawn forward. And after rook g1, what do you play here? You can't move your king, otherwise to f1, but you can do that as well. And after rook f8, we can push this pawn, and this position is the well-known Lucina position. So this is how to reach the Lucina position. First you cut off your opponent's king from entering your territory. Then in this position, what do? Well, you check this king. If king e3, black is easily winning after king e1, so he has to go away from our pawn, let's say to c2. Now, remember this. Always put your rook on the fourth rank. And after rook moves, you can just go away. And after he checks, and after the following moves, in this position, if he checks, just block with the rook. And even if he takes, nobody can stop us from promoting. And after all this, he can just promote. You like this move, right? Then smash the like button and like this video as well. So let's go to another endgame position, the Philidor. So how could you reach the Philidor position? The basic idea is to cut off the opponent's king along the third rank or sixth rank on the respective sides, leaving no leaving no move for white except pushing his pawn, and we can give perpetuals. So the key move here is rook h3, cutting off the black king. Here, this position is a dead draw because if he checks, we can go to the back rank. He cannot check us, and he can move the rook anywhere. Then he can just maintain this rook on this third rank. If he checks, he can just go away, and after rook check, we can just come back. Remember, this rook is cutting off the king, and there is nothing you can do. And in this check, we can attack his rook, and after rook moves, then we can just maintain along along the third rank. What if he doesn't check? Instead, in this position, after he checks after king d1, he pushes his pawn. Well, the key move here is rook to h8. Remember what I told you? You have to check the king from behind. And whatever move black plays, we can just keep giving checks like this. Even if he tries to come here, you can just give a check, and after that, if he goes too far away, then you can just go behind the pawn, and after rook a3, this position is a dead draw. Or if he tries to, or in this position after this check, if he tries to be protect protecting this pawn, then you can just give lateral checks, and there is nothing you can do, and this position is just a draw. If you know some other ways to draw this position, write in the comments. So in this position, after rook h8, one move you need to be careful about, and that is rook h5. Because if you check, you can just block with the rook. But that doesn't matter because you can just go behind the passed. Even if he blocks our rook, then you can just give check. If you move here, then you can just give a check, and there is nothing you can do, and this position is a dead draw due to perpetuals. So the basic idea of the fielder is to cut off the opponent's king around the third rank, leaving no option but to push his pawn forward, and we can give lateral checks from behind. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you find this video useful, subscribe to our channel and share this video so more players can see it. Thank you for watching this video.